Criticism is very important to keep every government, every organization on its toes. But if criticism misses the point of objectivity, then it becomes subjective and it becomes an issue. Hello and welcome to Spill It Podcast, where we unravel hidden truth and untold stories. You know how we do it here. Here we say it as it is. My name is Rhapsody Afos, and I'm your host for today. Today we have a special guest in the house. We will be talking about politics, governance, accountability, and so many other things. We have someone whose name rings a bell on the social media space, particularly in Taraba and in the North. Is no other person but Ambassador Rikwense Muri. Welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, so we've been trying to get you for some months now. It has not been easy. How has your work schedules been so far?
The last time you called me, I was in Lagos.
Okay.
And there was no way I could be here. And I told you, anytime I'm opportune to be in Jalingo, yes, I will accept your invitation and come over to the studio. And thank God, the first day, we came with His Excellency, Sani Contact. And when you called, I said, I'll be available. So I love what you're doing. And any opportunity I have to support this, I will be here. And thank God I'm here.
Thank you so much. Okay, so you are the founder, the president of Southern Taraba Youth Coalition for Peace,
Yes.
STICOP. So what's the motivation behind the founding of STICOP? What's the drive behind it?
In 2020, the Southern Taraba, during Architect Darius Ishaku, His Excellency Architect Darius Ishaku, the Southern Taraba were embroiled in needless conflicts. Okay. Needless. Why I say needless is that you are fighting and you don't know what you are fighting for. In Southern Taraba, the Jukun and the Thief were having their own in Okari. The Kutep and the Chamba were having their own tension in Takum. And the herdsmen were in the bush.
Yes.
So we thought of what is the issue. The one in Takum, that time there were not violence. Violence was not involved. It became political marginalization and other things. Mm-hmm. But the one in Okari, violence involved to the point that you see that we lost some community like Toyosha, and so many communities were raised down like Chonko. Mm-hmm. No, and we had a governor in Southern Taraba that were expecting that once power comes to Southern Taraba should enjoy this power as long as it lasts, so that anytime it leaves Southern Taraba, we should be like, oh, we want it back again because there is dividends of such. But we didn't see that. What we see is doom and destruction and division. We even see from the government, the narrative from the government, we are not even encouraging tribalism and ethnic profiling. We're coming in and we're like, none of us wish to be born in this place. None of us wish to come from here. None of us apply to God to be a Jukun, thief, or Kutep. So why should we be having issue because of our tribe? You understand? So I call few people. We talk about it. I had Love John Hajara. Mm-hmm. She's a Wapan lady from Okari. I had Kelvin Nogvaga. Yes. He's a Chamba young man from Takum. I had Idris Ayuba. I had Amik Adams. Yes, these are all people that we started STICOP together. So I was just the face of STICOP. We had people that were behind the scene encouraging the process. And we say we're going to make it a grassroots movement. It's a cooperative society where we want to talk about peace, we want to talk about issues. We cannot fight, but when we start talking, people will start thinking. There is power in words. Definitely. People don't know that it's just talk. Let me tell you, this world was created by talk. You understand? Words bring reality into existence. Whether you want to campaign or you have to talk. Whether you want to preach the gospel or you have to talk. Talking can change a lot of things. So we decided that we'll be talking. We'll be talking on those issues that nobody wants to talk about. And we started talking. We do jingles. I know you must have watched some of our jingles. Yes, we had people like my brother Ephraim, Festus. Yes. He was our key guy in 2020. We started this STICOP. And we had people that elders that inquired, like General A.T. Ibrahim.
Yes.
He was the one that paid for our office, first office in Okari. He was the one that paid for our office in Okari. Then we have the member representing Karim 1.
Okay.
That was Charles Mejanke.
Yes, yes.
He was our board of trustee chairman. I was just the face of it because we wanted to be a platform where we're talking about issues. Immediately we started a strike up. I was invited to join a DDI government.
Oh, yes, yes.
And I declined. We had to come to PDP with Aijo Musa.
Yes.
Because he was in APC,
Yes.
he was to move to a PDP. So we wanted us to move together. And I gave my reason that I'm fighting a cause that if I go and join Darius,
Yes, you lose.
I will lose the momentum. So let me stay here and be talking so that we can get things done. You understand? So it's something, I have no skeleton in my cupboard concerning anything I do because I have reasons that we need to do these things. And we need to do it in a very determined way to get the needed result. At least we should have record. The internet does not forget. Most of what I've written are there. They will speak against me or they will speak for me till eternity.
So over the years, having given your reasons why Psychop started, will you now say that over the years, Psychop has actually fulfilled and addressed these issues you've talked about?
You know, we make sure we do not make it so strong.
Okay.
That is, we make sure that our youths come from different political background, and we encourage them to be part of their political parties. You know, and me, I was already in the APC, and I was part of my political party. I wanted to be strong member of the political party because we cannot, like Mandela, nobody that really bring change to his community stay away far from politics.
Definitely.
You understand? Except you want to be international, you want to talk about international politics where you don't have a base.
Yes.
You understand? But if you really want to talk about local issues affecting your people, you must get involved in politics. Now, and Mandela have to get involved in politics before he could get what they want. This guy in Rwanda, they will have to they got involved in politics. So politics is very fine, but we must create an environment whereby the youths that are in Strike Up have a platform where they agree to disagree.
Okay.
So everybody was there doing his own politics, but one thing we agreed that we have to stay together in Southern Taraba in our diversity.
Was there no clash of interest at some point? Because coming from different political parties and having different political affiliations, and also from different tribes, I'm sure there must have been some sort of clash of interest, particularly when it comes to party.
Yes, it comes now. Clash of interests do arise. That's why we make sure that nobody pushes face. We make sure that Strike Up has a face. Somebody that is not interested for any position from the state government. You understand? Which is me.
Okay.
You understand? The rest, I ask them, you have to collect appointment. You have to survive. And all of them were also in DDI government. So there were some of them, like Charles Mejanke was a member of the PDP. Mm-hmm. So everybody were involved in their own politics. But me that have sacrificed that, okay, I'll push my face there. Okay. So I did not collect any appointment. You understand?
Okay, that's interesting. So let's go to the crux of the matter now.
Okay.
You know, over the years, you have been a stern critic of the government of the day. Now, like I started by saying that, I believe that criticism is needed, especially when it's objective, to put every government, to put every organization or body into its fit to work. But when criticism misses the point of objectivity, then it becomes subjective. What is your drive? What is making you criticize this government? What is the rationale behind Ambassador Rikwense criticizing this government?
Taraba has not been known with criticism of his government. Even the opposition in Taraba are willing and ready to even sell out to the government once they lose election. And some of them will stand in a position whereby even when the government is doing what is right, when the government is on track, they will not even encourage the government. It's so annoying that You will see an opposition leader or opposition will be angry when government is taking a good decision, just because they want that government to fail so that they can come and use the failure of that government against the government during the election. You understand? So you see that you see that that makes it very difficult for the citizen to understand the role of criticism in the government. Let me give you an instance. I've never said this somewhere anywhere, but let me say it here. When I was criticizing Darius' government, they saw a lot of source and they saw what I was writing. I was writing things that people can verify. It's not good, it's not right, you know. But there was a time I met one person in the government, very strong and influential person in the government. The person came and booked appointment. That time I was already working with Boacha. I was working with him to make sure that I put him in the heart of the people of Taraba, you know. So I was selling him to the heart of people. You know, people don't know that this is a psychological game, that somebody needs to be warmly put in the heart of people before the people start accepting it. But unfortunately, some of the politicians don't know the value of that thing. They think that it's because of their money that people like them. No, there are narratives that people, professionals. I'm a member of Nigeria Institute of Public Relations. I know how to put, to create to set the agenda and to make sure that people talk about what I want them to talk about. So I can be an individual, but I can decide that today people will be talking about Darius again and people will start talking about him again. Today I can say, okay, let people talk about signing contract. People will talk about him. If I say, okay, let's people talk about Boacha, it's all about setting the agenda for people to talk about and having the followership that believe that whatever you talk about is important for them to talk about. So that time, the governor sent one of his very high-profile person.
Wow.
And the person met me in Abuja, in a very nice place. And we're like, Muri, you know, we like you as a son of Taraba. We're proud of what you are doing. But you know, you are not on our side. But we don't want anything to happen to you. So we are not even against you. Just that we know that you are being sincere with what you are doing. But you know, you don't understand politics. This thing is politics. All we want from you is just leave Taraba politics alone. They offer me some money. Yeah, 10 million naira.
Wow.
Yes. Was offered that, Muri, just take this 10 million naira and go to Lagos. You know, you are doing your PhD, right? I say yes, but I left that PhD to come and do this thing because I prefer to do this thing. When COVID-19 is finished, I can go back and do it. I'm not interested to rush any program. He said, no, you need to just go back and use this money. And that time I wasn't having anything. No.
Wow.
Yes, I didn't have money. I've never seen 1 million naira on my own. And now I'm having 10 million naira.
Wow.
And the condition was very simple. Just leave this thing that you are doing, leave all this writing you are doing, and go somewhere and just go and relax and forget about Taraba.
10 million naira is not small money.
Yes. So, and now I didn't know. I was like, no, why are you offering me this? Why do you want me to, what is important about me? I says, look at me. I know that I come with a car here. I don't have a car. I don't have a house in Abuja. So why this thing? So something whisper in my mind. They just want to silence you, your conscience. It's your conscience that they want to silence. It's not even this thing. Because if somebody offer you this money in the age of internet, you go to Lagos, you can still do what you are doing. But your conscience is what they want to silence. And I think you shouldn't. If they give you the 10 million that want to support your studies, you can collect it. Okay. But the thing is, based on me going not to talk about Taraba, I joined politics because of Taraba. In fact, I joined politics because of the plight of my people. I'm not somebody that pretend about it, though. I joined politics because of the plight of my people. They could have, we have been taken advantage of, and nobody is talking. And the only people that government will appoint are people that are completely ignorant of the problem of my people. They don't even know how to push the narrative that people really understand that this is what the Kutep man is facing, despite their population, despite their education. So I decided to join politics so that I can talk about my people. And now this person is offering me 10 million naira. It's not about Bocha. I can leave Bocha anytime. Politics is interest. The only interest I can never leave is the interest of my people, my community.
Wow.
But the interest of Bocha, I can throw him away anytime once he doesn't protect my interest. Interest of Dr. Senator Sani Abubakar Danladi, I'm saying it here. I cannot protect his interest. If it show me that I cannot protect my interest, I will leave him. If I'm with anybody, I don't care. I am with you because I also have interest. That is politics.
Okay.
You understand? It's give and take.
Mutual, yes.
Jide Akawana. That's the Igbo man will say, Jide Akawana. It's give and take.
Okay.
The moment you know that you're not protecting me, my interests, just know that me too, I will not protect your interests. It's not fight. That is how politics is. The moment I continue to protect your interests and you are no longer protecting my interest, I've become an idiot. And I don't want to be an idiot in politics.
So loyalty should be both ways.
Loyalty is give and take. Because if I don't offer value, you will not bring me close.
Definitely.
So will bring me close, I'm offering value. I know what I'm offering. And because me, I do everything with all my heart. Any project I take, I do it with all my heart. So if I do it with all my heart, I also am watching you.
Back to that 10 million naira story, I'm interested. So did you collect the 10 million naira?
I did not. In fact, that time, unfortunately, the local government were not being paid. They were not paid salaries for many months. My dad died and left me with a mother. Oh. My mom is a local government staff.
And she has not been paid.
She have not been paid. Ordinarily, I can collect that money and pay her with her pension and gratuity.
Yes.
But I was seeing something beyond that day. I was like, you as a pastor, you join politics because of the plight of your people. You'll be attacked.
Definitely.
But people shouldn't have some evidence that will make the attack sellable. You understand?
Yes.
This one is an evidence that I collect this money and I decide to keep quiet. So I told him politely, sir, I appreciate this money. I love it. In fact, I need this money. But if you are thinking of me celebrating or working with Bocha, that's why I'm bringing this money. I think if you use this money to pay local government, pay some salaries, pay some pension, I will use my handle. I said, I will use my handle to praise you. I said, I'm not a slave to anybody. Whereas I'm with Bocha, I can be praising you. Darius have done well here. And he either choose that I should leave him or I should continue, because I have to balance everything. Because I am going to be accountable to God. God is the one that will hold me accountable. And I fear God. I respect man.
So in summary, in essence, what is the main reason for criticizing this administration?
So the man, let me finish the 10 million. The man now left and said, he said, okay. I said, okay, once you pay them, then you can now, whatever you want to give me.
Yes.
And once I start praising what you are doing, or once I start appreciating, since what you want is praise, once you do this, we'll appreciate and be talking good about you. Up to the day this man left government, he continued to be afraid of me, because once somebody rejects your gift,
honestly,
he become more powerful than you. You understand? That's what people don't know. The day you reject something, even when you are in need of it, but because of what you believe that you should be done, you become more powerful. That's why we'll get there, where some people thought that me rejecting the appointment of Abuke Fast, I hate him and I wish his government bad. Now I'm proving those people wrong.
We get there soon. We get there soon.
Because Tarawa must get forward.
Definitely.
And when we continue to talk, God one day will make our words to be valuable to these people, and they will do something that they themselves will come and thank you that you are the one that helped them to do what is right. Without criticism, nobody, human being, we are selfish in nature. Kasan taraba, atara araba. That dinka tarawa and arabawa. Say ana chizalimu.
Now, being someone that wants accountability, wants the best for his people, and going by your story, someone that has rejected 10 million naira, should I use the word bribe now? But
it wasn't, that's me money. But
10 million,
the circumstance, the condition was not what I wasn't comfortable.
Someone that rejected 10 million naira so that you don't want to sell your conscience because you want the best for your state, right? Now, You were appointed special advisor by the governor some months ago. And when it came
Senior special assistant.
senior special assistant. It came as a surprise because everybody knew you to be someone who consistently criticized the governor and the government. Now the same government came to give you appointment. They want you to contribute those initiatives you have, those brilliant ideas you usually give. Now they are now inviting you to come and put them in the government and by giving you an appointment, but you decline. Why?
I really appreciated that appointment. If you read my letter of declining the appointment, you will see that I was very appreciative of His Excellency for appointing me, for finding me worthy to be part of his moving forward government. I appreciated him. But however, there are things that we need to look at. Number one, I'm a critic of the government. I'm a member of the opposition. You understand? I have written so much to criticize the government action and inaction, and the government, sometimes they reply, sometimes they ignore me, but I've always been talking about things. I'm always interested in what my government is doing, because Taraba State is a civil servant state, it's a government state. Whatever the government do affect the people, you understand, of the state. So appointing me, choosing me to come to the government should have gone through a process. Okay. It should have been a process. There is not be, you just, Olayinka was the one that called me that fateful morning and said, Honorable SSA. I said, what? I said, but the governor have not released the name.
There were no formal consultation.
I wasn't aware. I wasn't told that they would give me any appointment. I wasn't involved in it. Say, Muri, come, you are a member of APC. We want to bring you to our government to help us to track our projects. How do you think? This is what we want you to help us do. Taraba is for all. I'll say, okay, this is what you want. Let me talk to the party chairman. As a member of the party chairman say, okay, Muri, if you are accepting the appointment, kindly resign from the party before you go there, then they appoint. I will now come, like Imajor did, resign from the party and come and take. That's a decent way of doing politics. I didn't join politics to do some desperate things, but I have not seen that process done, and my name was mentioned. And you realize 300 names were published that day. And for 3 days, everybody were talking about my name alone. Everybody were talking about me. I did not just come out to reject the appointment. I said, I saw my name today, published as SSA. As a politician, I will do consultation. Give me 3 days. I will do consultation with my party, with my community, and with my God. Okay. Then I will get back to the governor whether I will accept this appointment or not. You get to see. I put it.
Yes,
so that publication I made, that post I made, generated this another conversation for another 3 days. Everywhere talking. We knew Muri. Yeah, he was hungry. He will collect it. He looked for. In fact, some people say that I lobby for the appointment myself. This. And there's nothing wrong with me lobbying for appointment. There's nothing wrong with me being in government. But there's everything right. Me saying I'm going to do consultation.
Yes.
You understand? I am not a bitter soul. I'm just a ordinary person that is just speaking out his mind on issues. So after the 3 days, I now wrote my letter to decline the appointment. After I consulted my party, sir, look at what has happened. They say it's a good one. In fact, many members of my party
were appointed, yes,
were appointed, but many of them were calling to, even in our platform as APC, most of them were saying, Muri, you have worked for APC and APC have done nothing for you. Since 2015, you supported Mama Taraba, you supported C2C in 2019, you supported Bacha in 2023. When it comes to appointment, they will do as if you don't exist. They'll go and choose somebody that is you understand. But Muri, accept, I have all the right to move out and accept the appointment.
To help make your state better, but you rejected.
Yes. That now the question is, why did you reject the appointment?
Exactly.
Number one, I say, okay, sir, I have 3 reasons why I am not going to take this appointment. Number 1, I'm a member of APC. I not plan leaving APC now, especially now that Mr. President have given Taraba so many, he has given Taraba his attention. In fact, in the history of Taraba State, Asiwaju have given Taraba APC member many appointments. We have so many head of agency. The idea from the CBN to Port Authority to the education to, in fact, even the minister, he gave us regional development, which is one of the very big ministry. You understand? So we saw that Mr. President has really given Taraba his own attention. And Mr. President is the first time, but during that time, I went to Mambila Plateau. Mr. President is constructing road from Gembu to Lip.
Yeah.
You understand? I went there to look at the project myself. And that Mambila Plateau is the hub of tourism in Taraba State. So if for him to give attention to that place, we should appreciate what Mr. President is doing. As a member of the party, I do not see reason why at that time, our stakeholders started a meeting where they will be coming together to look at the problem facing APC. So everything has been put together to see that we'll fix the party. And some of us, we look and we don't see any reason where we should go to PDP, because number 1, PDP was dying. PDP is dying. The article were leaving, all the people that were who in PDP. So it's the time that PDP is dying that I'll now come and join PDP. No, they should be the one to come and join APC. So the first reason I gave was that I'm not collecting this appointment because I'm an APC member. And the constitution of APC is very clear. If you accept appointment from any government that is not APC government, you cease from being a member of the party. And at that point, I didn't want, even though the party have not done anything for me, I cannot leave the party. Why? I galvanize so much support for APC from my local government. Yes. Remember APC gubernatorial election? Yes. Usa local government got the highest vote for APC in Taraba State. More than the local government of the candidate, which is Donga. Yes. We got more vote for Boacha in Usa than in Donga. So now those people, most of them joined Boacha train because I was the spokesman of Boacha. I was recruiting my people, trusting in them that they should join APC. Now they have come into APC. I will now silently go and pick up appointment and leave them in the APC stranded? Or do I have the resources to convince them to join me in PDP? I don't think that was right. Second reason I gave was that I have been a critic of the government concerning some communities in southern Taraba. Critic of government concerning some community. In my StyleCorp job, I have criticized the resettlement of the IDPs. Imagine, in southern Taraba alone, the chief people lost more than 200 communities. I mean, communities that no longer, nobody is there. Wow. As a result of our crisis. Sacked completely. And what should government do? Resettle these people. They are internally displaced. The governor created Ministry of Reintegration. I was thinking that ministry will be at the forefront of seeing that these communities, they come back. But no, up to now, people are living in IDP camp. People are IDPs. And there's no machinery of government put in place to reconcile the people. No intercultural dialogue going on. I say, no, I represent these people. And I've been talking about their plight. It will be wrong for me to leave this thing that we have done and collect disappointment. They will think that Muri just was talking for his stomach. You understand? He was talking for his stomach. And they'll be right, because I had no reason, because government have not taken any strategic step to reconcile those people by instituting a framework that will make everybody feel that he's living in a just and good society. You understand? The injustice in southern Taraba is so much that you are in love with this tribe, a lady from this tribe, you'll be afraid because people will be thinking, you understand? And the government have not put in a machinery to put us together. Government will continue to do things that will pull us apart, insult each other. So
some of these issues have been existing even before the government of the day came to power.
Of course. That's why I say that let me remain here. Number one is APC. Number two, this community, things have not been done. That was done. Nothing has been done to reconcile them. Number three, I think I talk about. I gave a third reason why I did not accept the appointment. I think the third reason was concerning my work with is it StyleCorp or other issue. I brought up another sensible issue, number three, the Okwetakum matter.
Okay.
You understand? It's the Okwetakum. Since I have a program to make what government have done in Okwetakum irrelevant, and I have that capacity. They thought they put a chief. We have the capacity to make that chief irrelevant. I'm saying it here, that the capacity is there because you have the words, you have the history, you have the legitimacy to talk about that what government the Abukefas went to do in Takum in May, that traditional rulers is something that belongs to the people. It's not a local government that you have a location. It's not a local government chairman. He's a traditional ruler. So what gives him legitimacy is the people. When people pay homage to him, when people go and gather in his house, when everybody is praising him, when everybody sees him as their father, that's what makes you a traditional ruler.
But it is the government. I think the government reserves the right to give the staff of office to the traditional ruler. It's government, right?
The government does not have right to create tradition. You understand? The government does not have any right for tradition to create. Government cannot create tradition and culture. Government only recognize existing tradition and culture. And as far as Taraba State laws are concerned, go and read the Taraba State Chieftaincy law. It mentioned those chiefs that the government of Nigeria came and found them. So they gave them special treatment. They pantising. These chiefs were all upgraded to first class in 2005. Taraba State law make sure that all of them were first class. Why? The government of Nigeria, the government of Taraba State came and made them, they were already traditional rulers recognized by the colonial master, recognized by the Nigerian government, and they were there. Okay? So any story you can come and talk, the Okwetakum, the Akuka of Ukari, the chief of Mambila, the Bundua of Mambila, then they mentioned the one of Gashaka. You understand? The Lamdo Gashaka. Banti Zinc. It mentioned then the emir of Muri. When that law was created, the emir of Muri was still vacant because Abbas was suspended, was not recognized. He was already been given and appointed the chief, the emir, but the government of the day did not recognize him. But the government of the day still mentioned, if you look at it, he said the emir of Muri and the Okwetakum, they put it vacant. They say anytime they emerge, the Okwetakum and the emir of Muri, they will be first class chief. So they think these things are there. So no governor can come up and say that he has destroyed it. And the law is a state law, not a local government law. That you can just come and, for you to do anything to that law, you have to look at it from the point of the state at wide. So when I believe that thing was wrong against my people, injustice against my people, everybody knew that Okwetakum, you now come and say rotational chief. It has never existed. We have been living peacefully with our Chamba brothers. You understand? We live in peace with them. We know that God, that time, Takum and Donga were in one local government. Do you know that Donga was created out of Takum?
Wow, interesting.
Yes, Donga was created out of Takum local government in 1991. Before Usa was now still created out of Takum local government in 1996. Go and check the history of the Gara of Donga. The first Gara of Donga was made Gara in Takum, because the Chamba were looking for where they want to settle. So they appointed Shimbura in Takum, in Jinua. Now, Jinua, that area is in Yangtu now because of this issue, but it's still in Takum local government because they could have seen Yangtu as part of Takum. So the Gara was appointed Gara in Takum. Because Ukwe did not allow them to stay there, and because there are now brief rift between them, the Gara moved to Arufu in Okari. It is from Arufu they now moved to Donga and settled there. How did they settle in Donga? You read the story that the son of the Gara went to Bauchi, collected the flag from the emir of Bauchi, and brought that flag with some soldiers. That's why if you go to Donga, you see some Hausa people there. This were the soldiers that came with the Gara. They were the warriors that came from Bauchi. They came and conquered Donga, and that is where they settled permanently in Donga. That man that was made Gara in Takum, he died in Donga, and he was the first Gara, Do Shimbura, Loya Shimbura. Go and read this history. So you cannot come, you have Donga for the Chamba. We all accepted that. All the chiefs were living together. Donga was a Chamba territory because they conquered that place. The chiefs were not interested in chief, so they all left, and the Chamba people took over as the Gara of Donga. So we make sure that we stand our ground. So, but we can't stop government now.
Of course.
We can't, so we allow them to do what they want. And now we cannot, with all fairness, the government recognize that man, because it's a traditional issue, and in our tradition, it doesn't fall in as a king. He's not recognized. So even up to now, we have Meangwan Chamba Takum. Last time when I came to Takum, I visited him. Meangwan Chamba Takum, we visited him because he was given that Meangwa by the Okwe Takum. Mm-hmm. So we visited him, and we're up to now. We are those Chamba that don't want issue. They are all one with the Kutep. It's the few people that think that their money can give them traditional stool, that think that they can do it, and they have done it, and now 1 year they could not succeed. So I lose that. Accepting that political appointment means that I've sell out from that struggle of the Kutep man about the Okwe, and I couldn't sleep if I betray my Okwe Takum. So because I was at the forefront of promoting the Okwe Takum, despite no government recognition, you cannot go and do politics in Takum today and ignore Okwe Takum. You will lose in Takum because everybody know who is Okwe Takum. And if you don't go so if you go, in fact, if you do any political move in Takum and you go to Sopia's palace, you have lost that election.
Okay, now away from traditional stool and the rest.
So these are the 3 reasons I gave. And I say, I'm fully involved in this traditional. Let my king be strong. Number 2, I'm in Stykop, and we're trying to talk about injustice in Southern Taraba, and we have not seen much. So it will be wrong for me to go. Number 1, I'm a member of AP. So you can see they are all legitimate
reasons. Okay. Now, recently, the founder of Sahara Reporters, Omoyele Sowore, the activist, has been stirring up debates in the north, particularly the northeast. He started with Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno State, down to Yaya Inuwa of Gombe State, and then his spotlight seemed to be firm on Taraba State Governor Agbuke first. And he has called him so many names. He called him inept. He called him useless. He said so many things. In fact, he said he gave fake promises. He condemned his free education policy, and he went further by sharing pictures from across Taraba to back up his claim. Now, everyone knows you as a critic of this government. People were expecting you to join him because he was actually saying some of the things you were saying, but somehow you are now in solidarity with the governor instead of supporting what Sowore said as people were expecting. What changed?
In fact, that the Sowore issue is not the first that I'm in solidarity with the governor. Mm-hmm. The first one was the labor strike. Okay. When the labor declared strike because they want government to just do biometric capture without screening to know whether they deserve their offices or not. How can you say you go on strike because you want biometric capture without screening?
I think it was an issue of payment of salary.
Yes.
People not being paid for months.
Yes, because there were some corrupt civil servants in place. In fact, because corruption had eaten deeply into Taraba State, that when the governor realized that people were inflating appointment, like the governor would say, will give a waiver for a college of education, Zing, to employ 100 staff, they will go ahead and employ 1,000 staff.
Wow.
It is, the records are there. I don't do things without reason. The governor will give college of, in fact, among all the places that the governor give waiver for employment, that they follow strictly to the government instruction, is College of Health Technology, Tako. That's the only place that they employ the exact number of people. And most of the people that they employ here, they just simply share This 1,000 employment, they share the slot to the permanent secretary, the commissioners, they share slots. And when the governor discovered that the wage bill of Taraba is 6 billion instead of 3 point something, you have to look into it. So you want to do biometric. When you want to do biometric, these guys now make sure that their own candidate that just joined government recently, the fake one that the government want to push aside, not they are the one that they push them to go and do this biometric first. Then the real civil servant, you understand? The real civil servant, they now said they should stay aside. They will not be receiving their salary because they didn't do the biometric. So the labor people were pushing for that biometric capture alone without screening. And the head of service was like, you and the auditor general, no, most of them were all involved in this thing. But at least they are instituted authority that we must respect. The head of service and the accountant general and the auditor general and the commissioner of finance were like, the way things are going, we need to screen everybody. We want to see your appointment letter and see whether even that position you are holding, you are qualified for it. Because some of them, they came for what we call replacement. Replacement is that maybe you lost your father. The local government, they will just simply carry somebody and replace in that your father's cadre. You'll be receiving that salary of your father. Continue. Yeah. Since there is no pension and gratuity, they were doing that for years in Taraba State. Replacement. So that was the issue. And the governor took a decision that, okay, let us give a set of committee. The only mistake he made was the committee was not that independent. You understand? But he has taken the right step by insisting that there should be biometric capture, but there should also be screening. And when that was taking place, you remember some of these people that were big men in the government, they were not even qualified for such position. So they started saying that, no, they just want, people are so desperate. There is problem. Instead of fixing the problem from the root, you are so carried away by your 1 month salary. And you want, because of that 1 month salary, you want to destroy the entire good thing that the government is doing. And those people that were just hired newly knew very well that if the right thing is done, some of them would not stay. So they were the ones sponsoring this, the ASU, what do you call it, labor strike. Okay. You join, you imagine 100 levels student in the university joining SUG and wanted to, you understand, your position is not yet known much. You are the one at the forefront. That was the confusion, just to silence people from the real rot that was in the civil service.
Now, back to Showari.
So, I have to stand with the government. And, by standing with the government, I knew that if I stand with the government, the strike will not reach 2 days. Because I will expose these leaders of the labor that they will see that they have no reason for the strike. So, I stood on that ground that labor have no reason for this strike at all, because number one, the head of service have already said that if you know you are a full-time member and you have any injustice, you have not received salary, come with your appointment letter, we'll clear you, they'll pay you. So those people that were coming, those people that were shouting, we have not been paid, they were afraid to come with their appointment letter. They just pay everybody. There is no work. So even people are hungry. Government is not a charity organization. Government work, civil service reserve. We need people that are doing things that will serve the state. Without a good civil service in place, the policies of government will be bastardized. And most of the people spoiling the policy of the Abu Kefa's government are the accountants. The accounting unit, they are just paying themselves money that is meant for the public. They will just, anywhere that things are rotten, go and check. The accountant is very rich, very wealthy. But if you go to that establishment, that ministry, that agency, things are rotten. It's only the accountant and the minister, the commissioner of PAMSEC, they're the one eating fat. But if you look at that ministry or that agency is not contributing to anything in Taraba State, why wouldn't I support government? When government took that right step. Then the second was Shewari. Yes. Shewari started wrongly. He started his own in Taraba wrongly. You cannot come to Taraba and start attacking the governor from that. Go and check his first post on Taraba. The governor of Taraba State, Abu Kefa, is completely useless. Yes, and all this. Yes. With all modesty, I am above 40. I cannot support Sowore when he started from that wrong footing. Are you with me? And he said that I heard. You want to talk about serious things that people take you seriously as a activist. Your voice is respected. You don't start with say I heard. You said, oh, Taraba, expect me, I'm coming. We want to see what your governor is doing. Is it not a good way to start? Then everybody will expect that Sowore is coming to Taraba to talk about Taraba. Then you will now come and pick up the item one by one. Education. The free education, this is my assessment of the free education. Sowore did not start it. Me, I use my sense. Sowore started it without sense. And there's no way I can support nonsense. You understand? I cannot. So I said, Sowore, you have never called your governor. You are from Ondo State. Go and check the governors of Ondo State. Go and just Google governors in Ondo State. Go and check the assessment of governance. It's an oil, it's part of the Niger Delta. It's one of the most backward, most misgoverned state in the Niger Delta. Ondo. Has he ever show us records where you call your governor completely useless? So you will now come to Taraba because we have some issue with him. I say nobody is completely useless. And that position is backed up by the Bible. Jesus Christ may have criticized some action of the government of his day, but he never saw them as completely useless. Are you with me? So we still need government. If my activism for good government resort to no government at all because I have issue with government, then I don't know what I am doing. Sowore was wrong. And I pointed out, number one, this guy is just 2 years in office. You understand? When Dr. Abukeva set up a committee to look at Taraba State University, and they came up with a report that they wanted to sack the VC of the Taraba State. I came out and said, no, you can't sack him. It's wrong for you to sack that man because he's just 2 years in office. How can you come university that is actually
successive?
You understand? You will now come, this man, look at what he has achieved. You want to sack him for what? I stood my ground. I wrote, and thank God, God stood by me. And that man is still a VC of the university. So they started pointing out some things as a critic. When he point out, I say, okay, Sowore have started using sense to criticize the government. I wish the government has spokesperson, commissioner, they should be the one to respond. Me, I only wanted to block Sowore from thinking that we Tarabas were dumb. Okay. To have a completely useless person to govern us. No, Abukefas have the capacity. He has the knowledge, the exposure to govern Taraba. That's they voted him. So if these people vote him, he put in a structure, he has put in a foundation. And let me tell you, to be fair to this governor, I'm not here to praise him. The governor may not have done so many things. So go and check whatever the governor put his hand to do. Go and check and come back and tell me. Any project this governor chooses to do, he do it solidly. From the airport, as you are landing the airport, you wonder how was the airport before? Because it's a solid job that any plane can land on that airport. But before, it wasn't like that. Go to College of Nursing. Solid work. It's not like those streets that you see they'll do anyhow. Anything that the man do, you do is solid. Okay. And I have reason to believe that if the man can put in master plan and he started touching things like that, solid education, he's just started it. Do you know how many billions are going to that education?
But you know,
so me, I feel that there are some things that need to be on ground for things to take off. I believe that I've criticized him for the first 2 years. I criticized him. Now remaining 2 years, anywhere I see that I need to be fair to assess him, I should assess. Why do I criticize? I said, this team you are putting together, they're not going to give you result like the commissioners. I said, you need a lot of, at least, experienced people should hold the ministry. But bringing people, somebody that have never even gotten a job, to come and sit as commissioner, you may have issue in your ESCO, that to the point that only you will be taking decision. And that's what is happening now. The governor, in majority of the decision, are taken by the governor. Because He knows some of his member of his team. They don't have that capacity to help him succeed. So the governor has resorted to getting consultant that will help him. Once those consultants help him and they come out with a policy, he take the policy to the ESCO as a formality, and because them too, they don't even know most of the members of the ESCO, only few of them. That's why some of the members of the ESCO that people know that they are doing, they have experience. People are attacking them. If you remove those people from this ESCO, the government will just collapse. Talking about the SGS, the Commissioner of Finance, and another one again that is doing well. There are some commissioners that are doing well. Few of them. Okay. You now come and remove these only few people in this government that we know that they are strong, that at least they have some good experience. You just want to collapse the government. And I know with my experience in the opposition, some people want the government to fail completely. Taraba should cry so that in 2027, they want to use it for campaign. Let me tell you, power comes from God. If governor let him build skyscraper. If God said 2029, he's not going to be governor, he will not be governor. Our criticism should not be bitterness. If you come to labor in civil service, the governor have tried. Look at the payment of our civil service. Tarawa State civil servants are one of the best in the country when it comes to money, but salary. When it comes to salary, Taraba State University, as you see, is one of the best in the country. When it comes, Taraba State lecturer enjoy government more than a federal university will carry. Go and verify. So when there are things that we need to talk, even though some of the governors' media aides are not talking about these things, I talk about them because I don't take any decision out of irrationality. I look deep. And some of the things, I shock even the media aides. Some of them think I want to come and take over their job. But I actually want Taraba to
be better.
Yes, to be better.
So, it has been an amazing conversation with Ambassador Muri, the president and the founder of Southern Taraba Youth Coalition for Peace, TICOP. And you have spoken about
and a member of APC.
And a member of APC, the very man that rejected the governor's appointment. And he's so many things. And we have spoken about so many things. We've talked about governance, accountability, and so many, lots of things. So in conclusion, what do you think, how do you see Taraba in 2027, thinking about politics in 2027? What one would you have for youths in government, the youth in government, the people in government, and those that want to contest in 2027?
2027 is in the hand of God.
Okay.
We should see, my religion tells me not to even pray for weekly bread. The Lord's Prayer did not ask me to pray for weekly bread. He asked me to pray for daily bread.
Okay. One day at a time.
Give us today our what? Daily bread. So, if you live your life for 2027, who knows 2027? But if we live our life one day at a time, we will not have issues. Some people will not even have issue with me. That this one is doing well, this one is doing it. There are some people that you like, you know why some people say I don't like to impress people. I don't like impressing people because you cannot always impress people. Today they will like what you are doing, tomorrow they will not like what you are doing. So you become their slave. But me, I want people to be my slave too. Yes, I don't want to be slave of anybody. Today I say something you like. Tomorrow I may say something that another person like.
Definitely.
Are we together?
Definitely.
So Taraba State is a simple state, is the most simplest state for the incumbent to win election. So for the opposition to win election in Taraba State, they must fight very, very hard. Are you with me?
Yes.
So and they need to wake up. And for the incumbent, in the age of digital technology, this phone that you are seeing, no campaign can be more than the phone. How many people watch network news again? People don't watch network news. People don't have time for the radio Nigeria. People hardly listen to them. What drives information is the phone. So now in this era, the narrative that is outside, that's why many people are thinking that I've started supporting Abuke first. Because they knew that my narrative was trying to change people's mind towards it. But that is not my mindset. I've never talked with the governor.
Okay. Wow.
I've never. I'm saying it here. I've never. So for me, I can criticize him, I can applaud him, I can support him, I can reject him. These are the rights that citizens have. And I'm enjoying those rights in democracy. There were times that they even say that they want to arrest me. I say, good, I want to be arrested. I even mentioned the name of the judge that gave them the warrant of arrest. Say, this judge, you come and give a warrant, they will arrest me. See, you will never grow in your judicial career. You will not leave that area court. So I mentioned his name. Because let me tell you can never do what I'm doing if you're afraid of not being arrested. You don't care anybody now. So if they arrest you, what? You understand? And you see, that day they wash their hand out of the case because I know I've done nothing wrong that should be. If I criticize government, who should we criticize? It's not government. You understand? I bet we should criticize government sensibly. So Ore is doing as if Abu Kefa is the founder of Taraba State. You saw that one?
Yes.
That is the truth. This man is just 2 years in office. Do you know how many people that have made wealth out of Taraba State government? Wealth. People have made billions out of Taraba State government. It's a tradition that is on ground. And Abu Kefa is not going to be the first, is not going to be the last. The only thing is that let's encourage him to implement his master plan.
Okay.
If he implements his master plan, our people are going to benefit. Whether you like it or not, if you implement that master plan, people will benefit.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. Thank you so much. It has been an interesting conversation with you since, I think, for the past 1 hour or so, we've really spoken about so many issues. I think we'll stop here. Subsequently, before 2027, I believe we'll still have you here more often whenever you're in town, right? So, dear viewers, it has been an amazing conversation, an interesting conversation with the highly revered Ambassador Rikwense Muri, the president and founder of STICOP, that's the Southern Taraba Youth Coalition for Peace, a strong critic of the government, and also a member of the APC, a conscious politician, and so many other things. We've talked about governance, we've talked about accountability, we've talked about progress, and so many things. Remember, this is Spirit Podcast, where we unravel hidden truth and untold stories. Here we say it as it is. Spirit Podcast is a production of Rap Media Limited. Thank you for all the shares, for all the likes, for engaging on all our platforms. Keep staying tuned to this channel and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you very much and see you in our next episode.
So